in verse 5 that here it says, in verse 4 that that Joseph went to his city of David, which was called Bethlehem. Y'all remember Bethlehem, don't you? That's why we sing that song, "Oh Little Town of Bethlehem." How still we see the light. So he went back to Bethlehem because that was what you see in the Bible. It says he was from the house of David, and the lineage. You know, lineage it's the ancestry, it's the makeup, it's where you're from. If I say is anybody from District 9, does anyone live? If I ask you where you are from, it's where you are from. It's your lineage. That's what it is. Verse 5 says he went there to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. Now that's really interesting. Espoused wife, and I love this text. I'm going to bring it back up for Valentine's for my couples. I don't really want to get into it. It was his espoused wife, and simply what that means, that Joseph and Mary, they were a couple. But notice what the text says. The text says being great with child. So could you imagine? I don't know. I don't know. Why does God have to sometimes move us from where we are into a... Why can't God just do it right here? God, I'm sitting right here in my house. God, I'm sitting right here in my... Why, God, does Joseph and Mary, you know she's 9 months pregnant and she's sticking up like this and she's tired and her ankles are swollen and she's all not feeling good, and you're saying you got to get on a donkey and go all these miles. Why does God? I don't know why God does that, but God tells them they have to go and be taxed. And the text says she's great with child. But notice this. I'm looking real closely, Sister Mitchell. I looked high and low. I studied every Bible that I saw. The Bible says she was taxed, Mary, his wife, being great with child. But then it says in verse 6, I don't see anything where Mary said, I'm not going, you go. I'm not doing it, you do it. That's you and God, that's not me. I don't see anywhere where Mary is complaining. You know what? Some people didn't make it to the house of worship. They'll tell you, it was too cold. I needed some rest. I needed some me time. I needed some you time. I needed some boo time. I needed this time. But God, sometimes what God does, God will test our faith and our commitment and our love for Him. Guess what? God, if He made everything so easy, we wouldn't really do it. Can I help somebody? If everybody could be a doctor, a lawyer, an energy, you can be saved, but some people don't want to do what needs to be done to be